Hello, designers. This is Rebecca Venturini with your assignment to critique. This is part two. And just to reiterate, if there's any text-heavy images, I'm not going to pause to read everything on the video. Just know that I have read everything, and if you'd like to read something that your classmate wrote, you can hit pause and read that. That's fine. All right? Great. Next up is Ezel. So here are Ezel's brainstorms. Really good looking mind map and your list. Very nice. And more mind mapping. And here is our musician persona. Very beautiful. Wonderful job. Good looking fan persona. Really nice little layout. And here's our mood board. Very nice. Really gory. Whee! Really cool. Good job. And here's the band logo. Great. This logo is a little pixelated. I see it's almost like a GIF. So just export it as an EPS or or a PNG so that it's not quite so broken down, okay? This looks really nice though. These are really fun little um, different color changes there. All right, okay, hold on. It looks different. Let me just look at it one more time. Okay, it's just an optical illusion. I think it's just the scale. So here's our nice color palette. Yeah, that's really pretty. I think that's all going to work nicely. And we have a lot of font options because we're working with grunge, so I see how you want to have a lot of variation in there. The textures are really cool, really nice. So the logo itself, let me go back here. So with this logo, I'm wondering if that script font is the best for those initials, only because that B swoops down and is kind of getting cropped by that inner circle. I'm wondering if you tried the Rotunda, or even, I wonder if that's, I'm thinking it's from the Lamar, but I'm wondering if the homage script is it too. I'm having a hard time telling. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's the Lamar, but the homage script isn't quite so stretched out. It's a little bit more of a narrow font, and I'm wondering if that might work a little better there. And then the other thing, with the logo itself, because you're working with a font that has varying line weight throughout it, you could select the lines in this little line drawing and change the line weight as well to kind of match the font, to just sort of play with it. You could try it. It's, if you don't like it, then that's one thing. It's just such a contrast between this swashy script versus these completely uniform lines all the way through. You know what I mean? So the other option would be going with something like Lulu 1, but not bold, and having it be a little bit more of a serif font for those letters. And like, while it's good to have some contrasting options in a logo, I'm not sure if they're working together. Okay. Then here's our photo shoot. Oh, I'll come back. Your photos turned out really nice. Really nice. Overall, they're very dark in terms of there's absolutely no white in any of the photos except for your black and white conversion there. So even this image right here doesn't have any white in it. The table is a bit yellow, has a bit of a yellow cast. Over here is trying to get a little white. We have some areas that could be white on the frets there. So even in his shirt in here. So I recommend going in with your, it's fine to have some, like color washes on there. But I do recommend going in with the curves or levels adjustment layers there, and in those panels they have a white eyedropper. And you'll go in and just click on like the whitest thing in the image, and it will adjust the contrast. You can still keep a warm tone to your images without losing all of your whites. Because when you lose the white, then it feels like there's not enough contrast in the image and it feels flat. So not only is it that there is not white, there's not really any true blacks either. This image is getting close with the black around here in her shirt, but like this image, it's like a very, 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 very dark gray even over here. So when you use that white eyedropper tool in either the curves or levels adjustment layers, then you will see the true blacks, and it'll be nice. You'll love it, I promise. And then if you wanted to add a grungy feeling, then I would say throw a texture over it, as like a, you can play with your adjustment layers there to see what works best. Well, this is really exciting to hear. I'm so happy that once you were able to sit down and really get into it, it wasn't very hard, and you sound really inspired, and that is fantastic. I love these images even more now that I know that you shot them all and had your own photo shoot. Isn't having photo shoots one of the funnest things ever? I just absolutely love it. I look back on photo shoots with my friends when I was at UNLV, and it's just some of the best memories ever. So that's fantastic. And I think you are headed in an awesome direction. This is I love the concept for this band. And yeah, you're doing a lot of great work here. Thank you so much. All right, next up is Imani. Ooh, I love this golden record with the sparkles. Great, let's get into it. So here's our brainstorming lists and stuff. Really fun backgrounds. Here's our mind map and our full song list. Excellent. And more mind mapping. Okay. Wow, these are really long personas, but that's fantastic. I'm not complaining. I love that you really put a lot of thought into it. Really great. Okay, I'm seeing that there is a little bit of overlapping. Okay, but still, lots of nice thick paragraphs full of good thoughts. And here is our fan persona. She is wonderful, really good. And here's our mood board. This is gorgeous. Lots of golden sparkles. I love it very much. Really nice imagery. Really cool. I really like this effect of like this multiple exposures that are kind of rotating. And then there's just so much movement going on in all these. It's really, really lovely. And it's a fantastic color palette. Really nice. Yeah, great. Ooh, it turned out great. Really nice. That chrome effect is so cool. I love how it's almost like a dripping chrome, you know what I mean? Like it hasn't dried yet. It's very cool. And it's just really nice typography to start with. I like how this S dips up here. This is beautiful. Really beautiful. Nice work. The city is nice and snug in there. It's perfect. Looks good. The double P's is lovely. Yeah, turned out great. Really nice. Great gestalt, very balanced. And then like rotating it a bit like this and giving it some perspective is just really so funky. Really nice. All right, and then here's our lovely color palette and all of these gorgeous textures. I really love this. It really feels like nightlife, you know what I mean? And it's nice, really nice. So we have just one font here, um, but I do like the way that this in your presentation that you're using this script font. I think that that's working nicely. So if you ever need another font option, feel free to bring in, like a vintage looking script font from the 70s. Yeah, that's great. These turned out great. So cute, those star glasses. It's really nice. I love their outfits. Just Bootsy Collins everywhere. I love it. Really nice. This is really a nice one too. Yeah, everything's so warm. Like the color palette is still sparkly with some, with the blues in the background and the greens and stuff. Even a little pink here in the jacket and the purple hat. but it overall feels very warm because of the beautiful earth tones in the amber lights in the backgrounds and this velvety goodness in these suits. It's lovely. Great, great results. That's nice. So I'm so glad that all the brainstorming and stuff really helped you to just, focus in on exactly what you wanted to do. That's really great to hear. I'm surprised that you had trouble with the chrome effect because I think it looks super cool. But you are welcome to take it into Photoshop if you feel like you'll have better results. I think that, um, I think it is sometimes easier to get some results in Photoshop than in Illustrator. But if you can do it in Illustrator, then do it in Illustrator first, especially when it comes to typography. But as long as you make your image very, very large in Photoshop, then you can always shrink it down to fit your album cover or fit whatever it is that you need to do. And I'm wondering if you tried gold at all too. There's a lot of nice gold effects. Some of them can look like a strange colored gold, like that turns a little more copper, or some are like a very, very light gold that's almost silver. So it's hard to find like the perfect balance of gold, but I'm sure you can because you got that result with the chrome. So yeah, all right. Not that you need to redo it. You can totally use that chrome one and it'll be great. All right, thanks so much. All right, next is Angelina. Looking pretty grungy. I like this film effect already. All right, good looking brain dumps and lists. Really nice. Good work. I like seeing those little thumbnails though too. And this is a very cool mind map. Lovely. Really nice. We've got our list over here. Excellent. Really good looking mind maps. You dug really deep and really thought things out. It's really nice. And here's our excellent personas. Great picture. I love this layout. Really nice. And our second persona for our fan. Really good. And here's our mood board. Okay, all right. So I would like to see a little more actual 90s imagery in here, because I'm not seeing much, if any at all. Maybe a little bit. So really, uh, you know, just make sure that you're not looking at current stuff that's trying to be 90s and get some authentic 90s grunge in here to reference, okay? But these fonts are really awesome, and that color palette is really nice as well. And here is, oh, it turned out great. It's really nice. I love it. I love how it's kind of sketchy, not sketchy, but sketched out with these lines. And it's still a little grungy, like a little dirty, some with these like little marks and stuff, and how these spikes like come out. It's lovely, really nice. And I can see the stars in here. Yeah, that's great. I love the reference to the star, like the reference to the Stardust star. It's not complete, but you still are getting it. It's very nice, really good. And it feels a little evil, which I like too. Excellent work. That's beautiful. All right. Yeah, I think these fonts are going to look perfect together. They're perfectly grungy too, like this agenda, how it almost is like flaking off around on some of the edges and stuff. It's really nice. Um, and yeah, the color palette is perfect. I love that blue. That blue is just gorgeous. It's going to look so good with against the warm colors. It's going to be some beautiful contrast. Nice complementary palette there. And then all of these textures are just so nice. Really pretty. I like this kind of burned one and all the scratchiness. Really lovely. Very what's I'm trying to think of the name of the movie. The movie Sinister, or even like the new Black Phone, the Black Phone 2. There's some effects like that in there, and I think it's really cool. All right, and here's the photos of the band. So, yeah, these are great, great pics. So they don't have to be in your mood board, just a heads up, if you want to swap those images out for some other 90s grungy images, okay? I'm so proud of you for setting little goals for yourself to meet the deadline. I think that is really, really smart time management. And I, I know that this felt like a lot of work. Making the album cover is also going to feel like a lot of work, but I mean, maybe it won't. You already have a lot of things figured out. And so you have images of the band. You've got that logo done. I think making the logo can be one of the hardest things. Um, and you've got your fonts picked out, you've got your color palette, you've got these textures, so it may just all come together. Once the album cover assignment is done, everything else is just like boom, 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 because you're not building things from the ground up at that point. You already have so many assets made that you can really just stick them onto the objects that we're making. And so um, the only other thing then would be the poster, the alternative processing poster, or not processing, sorry, the alternate image making poster. So that one is a little more time consuming because you're really using your hands and getting in there, but it's nothing like these first few assignments, okay? So hang in there because I think you're doing fantastic work and I love how it all came together. I'm also excited about this band and wish they were real. And yeah, I think you made a lot of great choices. So wonderful work. All right. And next is Sit Lolly. And this is our brainstorm. Great. All girl band. And this is our mind map. Really nice on our list. And here's some more mind maps for our personas. This one we could go a little bit more in depth. Don't be afraid. Excellent. So here is our singer. So cute. Really fun. And here's our super fan. Great. And here's the mood board. It turned out great. Lots of graffiti, little bee girls, which I love. Really nice. So we're having a very kind of girly feeling. Really fun. Okay. And then here is our logo. Lovely. Turned out great. It's so fun. I love the bubbliness of the letters with that shine. The highlight shine is really pretty. I think that the drippiness is lovely. I love that so much. And then these extra little bubbles out here are just absolutely perfect. I would like to see one. Yes, I would like to see one that also has the full name of the band spelled out because you will probably need that at some point in the course. So, not that you have to upload it here, but just keep in mind that you might need it for your t-shirts or your posters if you don't already make one for your album cover. Okay. The other thing is feeling like this is getting a little bit lost in here, and I'm wondering if I can't really think of a way to remedy that. Uh, if I think of something, then I will email you because I don't necessarily want you to just give it a black stroke. Um, okay, I think I know what it is. I think because this line is like so straight and vectorish, you know, just a regular stroke on a path, whereas the rest of it feels more organic. You see how the thickness is changing, not only in the pink outline, but also in the blue. So what you could do, I mean, the yellow inset here is pretty uniform, but it doesn't feel like it's vectorish because it's surrounded by these more organic, like hand-drawn looking outlines. So I think that if you could maybe play with the width tool in Illustrator, it's so fun and easy. You just click on your path and then pull it sideways and it will make the width of the path just where you're pulling wider, but uniformly thin it out, it like tapers down everywhere else. I think that would work to make it look less like this little orbit is perfectly clean. So you could pull that out there on this one and pull that out on this one. I don't know if it's connected all the way back, but that's fine. And then just have your line be the thinnest as it goes back around behind the letters. And then you could select the star stroke there, the pink star stroke, and then go into the stroke options and change the style of the path to so that it looks more like a hand drawn. Doesn't have to be like wiggly or anything, just that the line variation changes. You'll see there's some options in there that are already just stock, and you'll select it. And even though it's a closed shape already, you will see some thickness in some parts and it'll get thin in the others. And you might like it. And you can customize any of those um, stroke styles, I think they're called. So, and then the heart in the middle is perfectly fine. You could put like a little blue in there, like a tiny blue, but that's totally up to you to see how it looks. If it's too weird, then don't do it. Okay, great. Awesome. So here is our branding. I love our font is looking great. I think the color palette's totally working. Um, it looks like you have black in your color palette as well, so don't forget to add the black in there. And we only have one font right now. I think you are going to need another font. Um, I mean, I know you are going to need another font. So find a font that has lowercase letters as well, because you're going to need that for your album cover lyrics and some of your poster information. You might want some lowercase letters. So you can still find something that's like marker-ish, um, maybe more pen-ish handwriting that does have lowercase letters. Okay. All right, cute. Oh, they're so fun. These are really great. All right, excellent. All right, so I definitely feel like it is a very fun and girly result, all with the color palette and the logo, the final logo, and your cute photo shoot. I think it's really great. I a little edgy. I'm not quite getting edgy. I'm getting more soft than edgy, but I am getting, street art and graffiti still, so that it's still really wonderful. It's super fun, like overall. It's a very, very fun vibe, and it just looks like this band is just gonna have the greatest time together. So I think that it's really lovely work. The the letters, sorry, the letter mark turned out lovely. And you could just write Starstruck in your graffiti writing, but you might want to play with it to make it even more complete if you'd like to. No pressure, okay? Excellent work. Thank you all so much. This was great.